How's it going, everyone? I guess day one already messing up the intro. What I wanted to do was something that this morning I thought was an original idea by me, and in typical fashion, I got excited, started making arrangements to do it, and then thought I should Google search it to make sure. And sure enough, I'm like the 80th person to actually think of this idea. That was completely original. But, anyways, what this is the Loremaster challenge, which it's not really a challenge. What I will be doing is I will be going through every single questing zone, and about every 10 levels, starting at level 20, I will be stopping the experience so that I can finish everything. Meaning, I would be going to uh, see what, or I would be going through the dwarf starting zone, and then I would be going into the next zone after that, which I believe is Loch Madan, and I would finish that, and then I would probably head down to Westfall, do that, and Red Ridge Mountains because those are in that range. And then I would move on over to Darkshore, and I would even do the dreaded Blood Mist Isles, which is kind of spaced out because, everything BC is spaced out for no reason apparently whatsoever. Anyways, I would like to welcome all of you to this challenge of mine that is just more me trying to solve boredom. I have chosen this tune Magan. I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce it. It is a randomly generated name. Have no idea where it came from, just other than that. So I'm going to assume that's how it's pronounced. And before I get started, I just kind of wanted to point out that a lot of this channel is actually heavily influenced by Terwinkle, as a lot of you would know him. You can actually check out his Twitch at jpalm316, JPALM 316. That is his Twitch channel. I took a lot of inspiration from the way he does his adventures with Terwinkle to do this. It's just I figured I would take it one step further and do my own thing. So, I guess, or what you can expect is to start this out. I will not be going through every starter zone, just the dwarf one, and then I will be reading the quest text. I have the add-on storyline to kind of help this seem a little more. I'm not sure what the word is, but that. Anyways, thanks for joining. I always love watching these.
Great change has come to the enduring halls of Ironforge. Obsessed with the workings of the Titans, the dwarves retrieved their creator's mystical tablets from the fabled city of Ulduar. Activating one such tablet, King Magni Bronzebeard fell prey to a terrible curse that fused his statue-like form into the diamond heart of Ironforge itself.
Be sure to let me know if the stream's coming through just fine on your end. I can't hear the audio without it doubling up, and I'd like to make sure everything is good. You guys can give me suggestions, just talk. I'm also aware that in the beginning I'm probably not going to have anybody in the chat, so.
The dwarves created the Council of Three Hammers, an uneasy coalition that would share power equally amongst the clans. Now, with political upheaval rising within the kingdom, and the great cataclysm ravaging the surrounding lands, the future of Ironforge falls to brave dwarves like you.
Get rid of that, I don't need that yet. For that intro, if anybody's interested, you can read The Shattering. That was a pretty good book that came out to lead into the Cataclysm. And it had all of that stuff in it that led up to Magni Bronzebeard taking the potion that turned him into Diamond, and all of the events with Anduin being involved in the process, Moira returning. If you guys played back before Cataclysm, she was in Blackrock Depths when you killed her husband. And now she is one of the three leaders, but that's current. Oh, good. I'm not sure where to put that yet. This ought to be fun, having only Crusader Strike. Also, one of the things I forgot to mention was I'm not going to be doing the heirlooms items. don't feel like it. I feel like that just makes the process go too smoothly, too easily, I guess. Alright. Oh, look at that! I don't have the add-on enabled. Let us find storyline. There it is. Jeez. Just drop that really quick so I can pick it back up. And then, because I don't like it being smack dab in the middle, let's do this. Alright, hold the line. Hey, you there. You're a... I'm not gonna try a paladin or dwarf accent. You're a stout-looking paladin. Lend us a hand. It looks like today's big earthquake shook a bunch of those barbarous trogs out of the ground, and they sure steamed about something. My men are doing what they can to hold them off, but we could use a hand. Do your part. Head south of here and help dig me mountaineers out of trouble. We've got to hold the line.
Safe travels.
Said I wasn't going to use heirlooms, but I'm already going to regret it. Starting out one spell on a 4.5 second cooldown. Wait, wham. Oh, that was so much. Let's go ahead and get in here and do auto loot and just get ahead of it. Don't need to be taking guild invites, even though those don't usually come until level 20. They're sure annoying. Jesus, I'm already regretting this decision. I don't know if I got a wooden mallet or a wet noodle to whack him with. That's okay, I know it'll pick up. Trying to remember, because I did this dwarf storyline. I did all of the starting zones back like earlier in the games before Cataclysm came out and changed everything. So trying to remember how different it was. I don't remember the Trog part being in the old one, but I do remember most of the stuff with the trolls is kind of the same, except everything was hostile instead of being able to just walk up there. Oh, I already got them all.
What's on your mind?
Impressive work, laddie. We can hold the perimeter from here on out. Here, take this for your troubles. It might come in handy, as I've got something more important. As I've got something more important to ask of you. All right, Magan. I know a thing or two about trogs, and one of these things is the biggest, strongest trogs get the most respect. The brutes value strength over anything else. You see those those great big trogs sitting in the back behind the front lines? They're the closest they have to what you'd call a leader. Go take out a few of them and show them what it means to mess with the Sons of Ironforge.
Be good.
Yeah. Let's see what this guy wants. Sten Stout Arm. Magan, listen. Unlike Joran, I've no need for your blade, but I do need someone with a steady hand and a bit of courage. Our mountaineers are trained to protect the village from the odd wolf attack, not an all-out Trog invasion. Many of our best have succumbed to wounds and exhaustion, and I need your help bandaging them up. Here, take my first aid kit and assist as many as you can.
Off with with you.
Seems rather odd to specifically train a bunch of guards only for an odd wolf attack and not for, I don't know, worse.
What can I
You
do
look
for
like you could use some help. It's funny because I'm a paladin and eventually I just have a healing spell, but nope, not today.
How are you?
Well, I'm doing good. Ow. Thinking back, that does seem familiar to the old days, getting knocked back. Go. Just pokey. Poke. Eventually he dies. Poke. Ouch. Well, now I'm an injured dwarf. Do I get to use the bandages? Good thing that tree was behind me. I need to find a good button. Put that on right there. I use Bartender if anybody wonders about that, or what I'm using for that UI. When do I get Judgment at level 3? I look forward to that. Let's give it another whack. Whack-a-trog. Good God, couldn't they just make it do more damage when it's the only ability you have? I know, I would have never survived an actual vanilla. I already know that. Nope, I'm already done with both of those.
What can I do for you?
Many of those you saved already made it back to camp. The wounds are well dressed. You might have a future in first aid if you're into that sort of thing.
Watch your back.
Yeah, I'll probably level it.
No.
They blame us for destroying their home, you say? Well, that wasn't us. That was the horrible earthquake we had earlier today. Are they that dense that they can't see we nearly lost our camp too? You can't blame a Trog for fighting for his home, though. Can't really. Alright. Oh, I've had 2 pieces of gear I haven't even put on. There. Looks way better than it used to. We appreciate your help out there, but there may be a place where they need you even more. Due to Trog attack, not to mention that massive earthquake we just had, we're putting all civilians on lockdown in Anvilmar, just up the hill to the northwest. Go and talk to my wife, Jonah, inside Anvilmar. I'm certain that she's in need of an able-bodied man such as yourself.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Good God, these poor citizens have been cooped up in Anvilmar since 2004. Don't think the training dummies used to be there. Like a long time ago. They've been there for a while, I think.
Welcome.
Ah, and what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy here? Go and bother someone else. I haven't the time. Well, fine.
Off with you. Hi.
Wait, what'd you say? Jord sent you to help? Well, why didn't you say so? I don't know, why don't you just not jump to conclusions? I don't know how anyone expects to get any work done around here if we don't have any ale. Our beer level here in Anvilmar is dangerously low. I understand that problem, although I have a fridge full of beer right now. Lucky for us, we've stowed some backup kegs for just an occasion. West of Anvilmar, along the valley's northern border, you'll find kegs of Stormhammer Stout and Theramore Pale Ale. Just to the east of here, you'll find a stash of Nomenbrow. Nomenbrow. That's me personal favorite.
Be good.
Here there.
Magan, my boy, are you into archaeology? We've an exciting opportunity right outside our front door. All the shaking of today's seismic events has knocked a number of artifacts loose from the soil around our encampment. Survey along the valley's northern border, and you should find all sorts of treasures. Bring some back to me, and perhaps we can study them together. Right then, off you go.
Off with you.
Fine. Random weaponsmith. I need to clear up some space. Thank you.
Be good.
Let's go get this one first. Cask of Nomenbrow. I always love how in video games I can carry entire kegs or casks, just carry 3 of them, these giant things. Then I think back to college when we were throwing a party and I had to go pick up the keg, trying to get that thing into the back of a car by myself. Let's just say fat old Nemo does not have the arm strength for that. This looks like it. Forgotten Dwarven Artifact. Be you forgotten no longer. Did these wolves and boars get smaller since the beginning? Don't remember them being that tiny. Maybe I just got taller as a dwarf. Excuse me. Oh, there's another one I walked right past. I also remember the days when dwarves had the... Of course, they might still have it in a different form. Not really. They used to have the treasure finder ability, which that was kind of like find minerals and find herbs is now. It would just, you could see up on the map. I don't know why I'm pointing to my monitor. You can't see what I'm pointing at. You could see on your mini map when there is a treasure chest nearby. Tempting. Tempting. No. I think maybe the main reason why I'm not bothering with the starting zones, aside from it not actually counting towards Loremaster, is I gotta get to level 20 as soon as I can, because spending too much time not having an actual mount is going to drive me insane.
Talk to me.
Yes. Wonderful, look at this one. It must be over 200 years old. Now on to other matters. The Trog village to the southwest suffered similar damages to ours. One would assume logically that there would be some Trog artifacts sticking out of the ground too. Unfortunately, it looks like most of the artifacts have already been scooped up by Trog scavengers. Please go see if you can find some way to get them back. believe it or not, knowledge about trogs may eventually lead to further knowledge about the mighty dwarves.
Watch, get her back.
I kind of believe it. If you do, oh, what's the Oldemon? If you do that dungeon, that 5-man dungeon, it's like in the 40s to 50 range. You can do one of the quests at the end that lets you look at the discs of Norganon, and doing that, you'll be able to find out how the trogs were created, which they were basically just a mistake that led up to dwarves.
How are
Or
you?
was it an attempt to make more dwarves? Either way, it was related to making dwarves, and it was a mistake. So that's why they're screwed up. The ale, darling, the ale! Jonah drinks deeply from the Namen brow. Ah, that hits the spot. Now we can get some work done around here. Wish my jobs would just let me pull out an entire cask of ale and start drinking from it. If we're going to be on lockdown for an extended period of time, we're going to need some food. And some blankets to keep the wee ones warm. Would you mind heading outside and gathering up some supplies? You'll find that a few of the small boars actually have some pretty healthy-sized haunches. Good for eating. We'll also need some pelts for from the young wolves. You'll find the animals almost anywhere here, or anywhere you go in Coldridge.
Keep your feet on the ground.
This was a lower priority than the beer. Actually, now that I think about it, are there any children dwarves in the game? Because I know you have human children, you can see night elf children, you can see the nightborn children now, and then there's orcish children, blood elf children in the game. I've seen the Draenei, and don't remember if I said that already. But I don't recall if I've ever seen a dwarf child other than Moira's baby in the throne room. But not one walking around. Whack. Anyways, this is Paladin all the way to the end. Someone tried explaining to me what Retribution Paladin was like back in vanilla, even though unless you PvP'd, I guess you didn't really play it. But it was just put up an aura, use an auto attack. Not sure if that's true because I haven't personally done it, but that's how it was described to me. And this kind of feels similar. There we go. You know, because I'm a melee class, I have no ranged abilities. For sure, if I was prot, I would have that and the shield. So then it'd be my two main abilities are ranged. Definitely faster, though. Can't complain about this at all. I'll probably get to the point where I'm one-shotting everything just because mobs are so easy. Then I'll miss the days where it actually... Like, I'll miss the whole 20 minutes where I actually had to work for a kill. Bam! Hammer to the face. Alright. Got 5 of those. Let's go get some bacon. Or haunches, but I'm just gonna say it's bacon. God, those things are so damn cute. I wonder how most streamers avoid belching on the stream. Guess if you ever wonder why I chose Dwarf Paladin to do this with, it's largely because part one, I was originally a Paladin way back in the day. Before I even came to an RP server, I played a Blood Elf Paladin with a few friends of mine. One of them I actually still play with in the pack. And also because we're allied with the All Dwarven Guild Clan Battlehammer, and they have been nice enough to send a few people to make alts in our guild along the way, and it's kind of helped us at events. Figure I'd help them by making a character that could be in there, and it's also going to be a healer because everybody seems to be short on healers. So that'll be another fun thing to make it a challenge, is I'm probably going to be leveling this guy as holy. No promises yet, though. See if I can try for an old school shock it in. Who's online right now? Could probably broadcast that I'm Happy Turkey Day. I don't broadcast very often, so sometimes they stick around for a while. Doubt that many people will be interested at first. Hoping over time I get a little more comfortable with the actual talking thing, because I know right now the hardest thing to fight is just doing this face all the time. Actually getting into a groove of communicating and hoping that eventually people will come along and actually chat.
Interest you on a pint?
Did you manage to pry some artifacts from the Trogs? Yes, I killed them and pried it from their cold dead hands. I am that vicious. Well, would you look at this? An axe blade, a couple of arrowheads, and what appears to be some sort of rudimentary spoon. This is indeed fascinating. Fascinating, a spoon. Thanks again for your help, Magan. I've much studying to keep myself occupied while Joran has got us all under lockdown.
Very good.
I like how you and this guy look like you can handle yourselves just fine, but you're also under lockdown for protection? Why aren't you assholes out there fighting? Alright, let's put this nice chest piece I got on there. Ooh, that matches nicely. I've never actually looked at the dwarf flags. Or this guy. Why isn't he out there fighting? Nobody needs a trainer anymore. People are getting restless. Do you have the supplies yet? Yes, here you go. The supplies that came after your beer. This'll have to do for now. We have a lot of people to feed here, but we've got to make do with what we've got. With any luck, King Bronzebeard and Ironforge will send us some help shortly. Ooh, I guess word hasn't gotten out here yet. Although really, it was probably just missed when they did the revamp back in 2010. Was that year, wasn't it? Yes. Had to be that year because I remember being in 2008 and hanging out in the fraternity house playing the newly released Wrath of the Lich King, and this Kata came out 2 years later. Shoot, I'm not reading this.
Watch your back. Great to meet you.
You've done us a great service here, but I'm afraid I've got to send you off some elsewhere. Grellin Whitebeard, a good friend of mine, has put in word that he may need some reinforcements near the troll camps to the southwest. Follow the road westward. You should find him soon enough. Ugh, excuse me. Be well, Magan. Trogs may be a pain, but trolls are a whole other type of trouble.
Be good.
Damn nasty trolls. It's probably a good point. Hi, Ultra. I guess I'll just be the not lazy one and actually go do the work. Now, I remember playing this back in either late Burning Crusade and Wrath when I was still trying to figure out which tune I wanted to main. Because in Burning Crusade I never got over 40, other level 40. But messing around in this area, and I had no idea this guy was out here because I don't remember if there was a breadcrumb quest that actually led out here. You just had to happen to wander this way.
No.
Welcome, Paladin. Are you ready to get to work? The trolls are acting up. More than usual, I'd say. Trolls are always acting up. Have you seen Gorwatha? We've seen them put together war parties before, but this time it's different. So ominous. What matters most, however, is the continued protection of Anvilmar. I have no intention to get these let these trolls flank Anvilmar while its attention is turned towards the Trog. Go thin their ranks a bit. They need to know that we're still not without a defense. Ah, yes, good old preemptive strike, because that's done America great for years. I'm notoriously bad at reading troll facial expressions. That being said, these trolls don't look angry to me. They seem to be confused, maybe a little frightened. Something happened that we're not seeing here, Magan. I say we do some investigation before we just kill every troll in sight. There are 3 troll camps in the area. One to the southeast, one to the southwest, and one due west. Each camp has a soothsayer. See if you can get close enough to listen to what they are saying.
See you soon.
He said he was notoriously... Yeah, he's notoriously bad at reading troll faces. I am curious, like, when that came up. Like, oh, that troll looks happy. I'm going to go and give him a hug, and then he gets smashed in the face.
Pleased to meet you.
And this guy has been losing his tools for 11 years now. Oops.
Be seeing you.
Dang, once again, I forgot to actually read it.
Hey.
Alright. Refugees Quandary. I was on my way to join my fellow gnomes at Nomergon, but then it all went so horribly, horribly wrong. I left Anvilmar bad-packed, wading through the deep snow, waist-deep snow, and then we had this ridiculous earthquake, and I got all turned around. I ended up here, and what's worth, the trolls stole all of my stuff. Makan, I've obviously proven myself to be quite incompetent over the last day and a half. Would you mind infiltrating the troll camp southwest of here and returning my stuff to me? You have been proving yourself incompetent. I had no idea that it was named after that. I mean, I could name change if it pleases you, but to be perfectly honest, I haven't really read much in terms of DC. This was literally just a randomly generated name. And these guys used to give me a lot more trouble back in the day. No, Ultra. I can change it just for you. Just for you, I'll pay $10 to have a name change. Oh wait, I can't do that until level 10 anyways. I'll wait till level 10 and then pay $10 just for you. I don't remember if it's always been non-killable, but it's like, I find it strange that they're giving them this secret meeting and I can just kind of walk in here. They don't question it at all. Our land be a land of ice and snow, but beneath the earth, child, there always be fire. You dance with... The spirits come from deep down to talk with Gricknir. So now that I've got that, thank you for telling me that. I'm going to kill your students here. Yes, yes, Gricknir is such a great person. I don't remember if you could kill those soothsayers back in the day, because I think there was something similar to them before Cata 2. Like, I don't think this quest has really changed other than the text leading up to it. I think it was more intended story-wise that I'd be like hiding right here, all stealth-like. What we gonna do now, you ask? We wait. Gricknir says he's gonna talk to the elemental, get it to fight on our side. Soon enough, we take over this valley. Soon enough. Level 4. Oh, I actually get my first heal next level. When Astarius comes back in like a week and a half or something, I want to see what this zone, or if this zone looked the same back then too. Because I don't remember anything being this filled with trees. I know the grass stuff wouldn't have been there as much. Oh, I'm standing right next to this. The spirits be angry with us. I don't know why the spirits be rejecting us so. Don't worry, child. Gricknir gonna help us get through this. Yeah, but he's not gonna help you. And dead. Bam. I mean, I'm sure some of the resolution on the textures will be drastically different. What I was wondering about, though, is like, was there this many trees out here? Or was it like this tree and that tree over there and maybe one of those trees over here? I know the grass will be like, instead of that much, it'll just be like one thing of grass over here and another one over here. If it even has that.
How are ya?
Interesting. From what you're saying, it sounds like a fire elemental might have snuck up or snuck in from the Searing Gorge. Or the earthquake opened up a crack into the elemental plane. Soren laughs uncomfortably. Either way, this is bad news. You should probably report this information to Grellin.
Safe travel.
Well, fine.
What can I do for you?
The trolls are acting strangely. Oh, I don't need to read that every time. Hopefully that did the trick. Anvilmar will be safe from the trolls for a time being. Now to find out what it has, or what has the trolls so agitated.
See you soon.
Ooh, Anvilmar sledge. Soren did well to send you out on recon. That's some good information you have right there. Trouble is, this just adds more work for us to do. The trolls are confused. They're confused as they are right now. Wait, the trolls, confused as they are right now, still would like to kick the dwarves right out of Coldridge, and I'm certainly not going to let some fiery demon turn our snowy valley into a mountain lake. The troll leader, his servants, and the fire creature should all be in the cave to the southeast. Take them all out.
Safe travels.
My, you're a tall one.
I need to get rid of some junk. Doop, doop. And that too.
Off and away. Need assistance?
Oh dear, things aren't looking good for Felix. That's okay. Once I get my tools, I'm out of here. I have a feeling that even after the next revamp, if that ever comes, you're still going to be here and you'll still have lost your damn tools. Huzzah! You found them! Get ready, women of Nomergon. Here comes Felix. Now, which road takes me out of here?
You have a great day now.
It's like, this man will be taking all of the women of Nomergon by storm. Probably helps that they're all leper gnomes and infected. Probably makes his chances easier. Bam. You're probably right on the trees. Like, I played on the old Nostarius, but, like, very briefly. Because unlike a lot of people, I don't have a huge interest in the time commitment that vanilla WoW takes. Sure wish I had my cleanse. Yes, I know. I'm a paladin not even level 10, but I already know what a cleanse is. It's so unheard of in pug groups. Novices, where the hell are those? Here we go. I really like how they were all about, like, oh, this fire elemental is going to help us take over the entire valley, and then just one random dwarf comes down through all your defenses and kills it. There you go, get down from there. Kill that guy. Just a random whelp. Those are the mobs from outside, and here he is. First to fire, now to dwarf. You gonna die. I have a feeling I'll be fine. Well, I wouldn't mind that nice glowy sword you have. Oh shoot. Thought my heals, he actually kind of hurts. I actually have to sit and do that whole eating thing. Guess it's a weak frostbolt because it doesn't even apply as slow. Just, you know, wander right past all your defenses, killed your leader, but that's just fine. That's just fine with you guys. I actually really did not like the fact that they made some of the mobs in the starting zone not hostile. Didn't, if you're gonna make them that easy, you may as well at least, like, if they're so easy to kill, you may as well make it a little bit more difficult.
How are you?
Alright. I'm glad you returned safely, Magan. While it may not look like it now, you've proven to be a tremendous asset to the protection of Anvilmar. Here, take this as a symbol of my gratitude. Legs of the Wayward Elemental. And there's that. Gonna put you right there and equip this nice new pair of pants that I no longer match. The presence of a fire elemental here in Coldridge is no small matter. That earthquake did more than just upset a bunch of trogs. It changed the world enough to tear a gash into the elemental plane. We should submit a report to Ironforge. You wouldn't be willing to take the trip, would you? Don't worry. I have a feeling that you'll do just fine. Talk to Hans Sprocket by the tunnel on the eastern edge of the valley. He'll point you in the right direction.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Wait. Don't need to follow this stupid path. I think another thing I'm going to try and do is I'm not going to be sending myself stuff from other accounts. Because it becomes really easy to just, oh, here's a bunch of bags, here's 10,000 gold. Have at it.
See you soon.
So I will attempt the semi-noob experience. Could make it worse and I could just start clicking and keyboard turning. Now I know what happens next here, but I do remember I used to go through this cave, and I really find it funny that they go through the trouble of blocking it off, but you can still go in here and find the same NPCs that were here all those years ago. I could take the long way if I really felt like it, but I'm lazy.
Good day to you.
Alright. To Ironforge, well, first you'll need to go through Karanos. And before that, you'll have to go through this tunnel. Oh, I hope the tunnel is good. After all those earthquakes. Alright, so you're just gonna head through this tunnel and woo-ah! Oh, man. Did you see that? How the whole cave just crumbled like that? I guess it's good that you were here or that you got here when you did and not a minute earlier. While this development makes my job of monitoring the cave entrance much easier, I imagine it makes it a lot harder for you to get to Karanos. Hey wait, I've got an idea. The Nomergon airmen have a flight path not far from here. I'll send up a signal, and they should be here to help. I imagine they'll land back over at Anvilmar.
Alrighty then.
You imagine? Actually didn't stop and look. I wonder if he actually sent up or if his NPC actually sent up a flare. Well, look at that, he's already there.
Honored, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm very honored to meet you. Milo Geartwinge? Milo Geartwinge, reporting for duty. Okay, Geartwinge, not Geartwinge. Stupid brain. You sent up a distress signal? The weight of my gyro is such that I only have room for one dwarf. Looks like you're in luck, Magan. The dwarf woman Jonah told me most of your personal belongings have been moved inside Anvilmar. Please gather what you need, finish up any affairs that remain, and return to me when you're prepared to take off.
Off and away.
Somehow he landed here, went in to talk to Jorna, and then came back out here to wait for me, in that 8 seconds it took for me to walk from the dwarf, or the last gnome, to him. You know, I think I missed a paladin training quest, because don't they make you do that, use this basic ability 3 times? I think that's a thing. Let's see. Also, I'm really mad that that hat, or like having that hat with the hair, isn't a thing. See, this is the shaman guy. Where the hell's the paladin trainer? I could have swore that there was a quest where they'll make me like use judgment or something, unless that went away in Legion. Oh, he's right there. No quest. I guess I'm good.
Aye.
All right, Jonah Ironstock. You're leaving? Make sure you stock up before you head out. More importantly, please speak to Tharic Blackstone once you arrive in Keranos. Tell him what happened here in Coldridge, and that we could use some assistance. Hopefully he'll be able to arrange something for us.
Off with you.
Good old beer. Wolfhide cloaks. I feel like I just like pulled out a regular sized bag, somehow fit an entire keg in there, and then threw a random chicken leg. Or I guess boar haunch is what it was. I think they got rid of it in Legion, because I remember it used to be, after they stopped doing where trainers actually trained you in abilities, they started doing the mini quest where whenever you got to like level 5, whatever ability you got at level 5 or level 3, whatever it was like use this ability on the training dummies outside 3 times. And that was the quest. Are you absolutely certain you've taken care of everything? You won't have time to turn back. I'm pretty sure I'm good. Took you long enough. Hold on tight. And take a good hard look. Chances are you won't be coming back here for quite some time. Yeah, I'd say you're probably right on that. Can zoom out and enjoy the scenery, though. Is this thing on? Hello? Ah, there you are. Hello. I figured that while you're flying to Keranos, I'd give you some data about what's going on outside of Coldridge Valley. Well, thank you. It seems you Coldred folks are dreadfully underinformed about events in these last few days. If you thought you had problems with trolls in Coldridge, wait till you get to Keranos. The big cataclysm got the trolls all stirred up out there. Oh, I need to see if those guys are still there. And if you look to your left, you'll see that the gnomes have retaken Nomergon. Hooray for us! To your left. Not really much to look at. There's plenty else going on out here too. We've opened up a path to the airport. There's rumors of Dark Irons to the east. Oh, and I think something weird is going on with the Dwarf King Magni. Might want to check that out. And here we are. Welcome to Keranos. Watch your step on the way out. One thing I'm curious about. Somewhere... Oh man, that's so far. Wait, no, it's not as far as I thought. There used to be 2 dwarves out here, and I don't know if they're still here. But it was a... they were standing by that one cannon that I pointed out earlier, that tank, and they'd stand there and they'd set it off, and they were doing spoken word lyrics to AC/DC's TNT. So I want to see if they're still there. Going completely out of my way. Thinking back, I probably should have set my Hearthstone to the inn before I came out this way. It would have saved me a lot of time. Good old hindsight, though. Yeah, it was like right over here. Or maybe they were by this thing setting off mortars. I don't remember. Yeah, Dwarven Mortar Team. That was
What
them.
can I do for you?
I don't know if they still say stuff, though.
Safe travels.
Apparently they don't even say anything when you click on them. Well, that's lame. Now I feel like I wasted all that time. Because I remember they used to, like, two of them would stand right here, and they'd be like, I am TNT, and the other one would be like, I am Dynamite. Could also be a timed event, and I just wasn't there at the right time. Yeah, I can get another pack, put on this cloak. More bag space. So now it'll take me about 4 quests longer to fill up. Maybe 2. Not a nerd. You're a nerd. Ugh. What moron's idea was it to try to do this challenge without one of these? Alright, what do you got to say here, buddy? The cataclysm has thrown the balance of power in Dunmorrow into question, Magan. Without warning, a wave of trogs emerged from the caves near Nomergon and overran the Frostmane trolls. The trolls have been migrating east ever since. There has always been a Frostmane presence up in Shimmer Ridge to the northwest, but with the migration, the trolls now surround us. We can't allow the trolls to use this position to their advantage. While my men hold the line in the east, strike against Shimmer Ridge. You got it, bud. Not sure where the horn sound was coming from. Alright.
How are you?
I'm on a quest to make it the perfect stout. I know I can do it. Brewing's in my blood. Just need to find the recipe. Frostmane trolls grow a plant, shimmerweed, up on Shimmer Ridge to the northwest. They use it in their strange tribal rituals. We haven't found much use for it, but it has a unique taste, and I want to experiment with it in my brews. Obtaining the shimmerweed will be dangerous, but I'll pay you well for any you can borrow from the baskets in the troll village. I think I can also kill them and get it off them. Just wander on in here.
What can I get for you today?
Going to make this in my home.
I am the finest
Do all
wine
that
from
fun
the
stuff. And I have a feeling, if I remember right, Rhapsody Malt I'll need for a quest
land. Safe travel. Glad
to
to meet you.
make the beer-basted boar ribs. I could teach you how to cook. I see a lot of young dwarves at my door eager to learn the trade of cooking. And if there's one thing a cook needs more than anything, it's a cleaver. I have a list of students who scored high in their lessons and earned an honorary cleaver. Take my list to Golnir Bouldertoe in Ironforge. He'll get the cleavers ready. The fastest way to Ironforge is on a griffin. So bring the list to our Griffin Master, Brolin Galebeard, and speak with him about transport to Ironforge.
See you soon.
Sure. I mean, I'll have to pay for it and everything, so how kind of you. I just need to come up. What professions should I put on this paladin? Planning on making him holy. Because I can.
Great to meet you.
Nothing my tavern patrons enjoy more than some beer-basted boar ribs. Hey, I was right. Only problem is the local trapper who used to bring me supplies enlisted in the King's army to help with the war on the Alliance front. Maybe you can help me out. If you bring me some boar ribs and Rhapsody malt, foresight. Maybe you can help me out if you bring me some boar... Oh, wait, I already read that. From the tavern here, I'll give you the family recipe for my famous beer-basted boar ribs. Not to mention a free sample. The secret's in the malt.
See you soon.
Pretty sure that's a recipe, and because I got the WoW cookbook. Actually, my girlfriend got it because for some reason she likes the story of WoW but hates actually playing the game, so she likes getting WoW stuff. No, I'm not doing tailoring and herbalism. Coldridge Valley, I've got my own problems here. What, they can't deal with a couple of trogs and trolls and incursions from the elemental plane? Actually, on second thought, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, it is, asshat. I'm surprised they're doing as well as they are. I'll see what I can do.
Very good.
Complaining about a measly everything. Oh, and there's even a profession trainer here.
Can I help you?
I don't need to actually read all that. I don't care. Let's see, what could I... Could just do the old blacksmithing and mining, but I don't know about that. Because blacksmithing and mining... I guess it doesn't matter what it is during the leveling process. I just don't remember getting much intellect gear out of blacksmithing, but it probably does, and I just wasn't paying attention to the limited time I've done it.
Off and away.
Could do jewel crafting. I've never actually done jewel crafting on a tune.
Here there.
If I want to hire a griffin, I've come to the right place. Awesome! Glad I'm in the right place. Have you had your fill of Keranos so soon? Are you ready to leave for another city? It's not too bad. You have to get this to Ironforge, eh? For a small fee, I can put you on the back of one of my griffins, and it'll take you there. How does that sound? I'm gonna adjust here. It's one of the problems that I'll always have with streaming. Is like I adjust positions and the webcam can't keep up. For just a few coins, one of my griffins will take you into Ironforge. From there, deliver Grimlock's list to Golnir Bouldertoe. You'll find him in the Deep Mounting Mining Guild. That's in the Great Forge district of Ironforge, which is right where my griffin will drop you off. Speak to me again when you're ready for the journey.
Get her back. Off with you.
I really love how they improved the view distance with Legion. Because I'm pretty sure if I could get a little bit higher, I saw that, what was that, Twilight's Hammer dungeon, or raid, often this way. Oh yeah, one of my more favorite parts about a new tune is when I do this. Do not care what anyone in trade chat or general chat has to say 99% of the time. Usually I'll just create a trash window. Thank you, Ultra. Could pick up jewel crafting.
What's on your mind?
What? Well, thank you for sharing with me Death Knight talents, even though I don't need them. I will remember to use that as a paladin. If you ask me, there's no greater profession than a miner, and if you ask me, there's no greater miner than a dwarf. That's probably true. What can I do for you, sir? Take this list. Take it and give me money. Ah, the latest list of Grimlock's pupils. I have a batch of honorary cleavers ready to go. I just need to engrave the names of the students. Thank God this is WoW, where you can just do that in an instant. Here are the honorary cleavers for Grimlock students. So difficult. So difficult to manage your PMs. You've already been to Keranos, you should fly. Oh yes, I've been to Keranos. I took the quest here. Take the cleavers to our Griffin Master. Grith Thurden. Yeah, he is a fucking asshat. Oh, I have my own rules of limiting swearing. Not removing it, but I need to limit it. Take the cleavers to our Griffin Master, Grith Thurden, and speak to him about a ride back to Keranos.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Yes, probably should. Actually, while I'm in town, I can probably pick up some fishing and some first aid, because I don't think the profession trainer out there gave that, and I plan on stopping to fish. One thing that kind of disappoints me is I read the stories about how Ironforge used to be twice the size back in the alpha build of WoW, and I really wish I could have seen that, because I guess there were two levels, one on top and the other down below. Here we go.
Hi.
You're going to teach me how to fish.
Off with you.
Making a special purchase?
And do I need that? No, because they give me the
Very good.
one automatic fishing pole. So I'm just going to bind that right here, because I like to fish a lot. When I see pools, I don't just randomly fish. Oh shoot, I forgot about first aid too. Where do I go for first aid?
Be good.
No, it's not too far. I was worried it was going to be out in the middle of Africa. Guess that kind of makes sense having herbalism
Great to meet you.
like right next to the apprentice, because you or right next to the first aid. Well, I don't have that much money yet. Alright.
No.
Looks like you have somewhere to go. Need one of my griffins? Well, yes. You think these or you have to get these to Keranos, eh? That won't be a problem as long as you've already been to Keranos and spoken to Brolin Galebeard. Then you can take one of my griffins back to him. Gee, I only flew in here on one of his griffins. For a small fee, you can buy a griffin ride back to Keranos. I've just... Didn't I already read this?
Keep your feet on the ground. Be good.
Pretty sure it used to be there was no flight master from Keranos to Ironforge too. Not 100% on that, but I don't seem to recall it. Let's go give this guy his stupid meat cleavers. Nope, that's not you.
How are ya?
Alright. Ah, Magan, have you returned from Ironforge? Well, yes. You brought the cleavers? Great, I'll get these to my students. I'm sure they're eager to use them on some fresh boar meat. Thank you for your help, Magan. I am in your debt, but I hope this money will at least cover your cost.
Safe travels.
I think I will learn how to cook. Oh, I should have got the ingredients for spice bread, because I don't think anybody sells the flour and stuff I need out here. Could be wrong. Nope, you don't. Isn't Thunderbrew the stuff from the Monk quest line? Or from like the Monk class hall thing where you're trying to make that Thunderbrew or whatever it is? I don't know, it's not really that important.
No.
What about you? Do you sell the ingredients I require? You do not. I need spices.
See you.
Oh, there was a first aid trainer here the whole time.
I've the finest wares.
You don't have it either. You're stupid. Wait. Guess I could do blacksmithing, or I could go for alchemy.
Hi, how are you?
Wait, that's not who I wanted to talk to. I wanted to talk to this guy.
Oh,
Haha, he has it. Cheap way to get a jump start on your cooking when leveling a toon if you're really lame enough to go about it this way. You just get some of that stuff. Go into professions. Gonna make me a cooking fire right here. Go ahead and pull that out. I'm just gonna make 50 spiced bread. This is quality streaming right here. You get to watch me as I make bread. Please join us for the remaining 8.5 hours of this. Ah. It's like when you're trying to level a profession like mining, and you just it's like smelt 400 of this bar or of this ore into bars, and it just takes 20 minutes to finish. Blech. Wish I could speak. Sometimes I wish I could speak English. Come on, hit 40. You're gonna do this to me? The goal is to hit 40 because that's when
What's on your mind?
or 40 is when you can no longer gain any experience from it, but then from that it's just easy kickstart. Yes, English is very hard. I think what the world needs to do is just drop whatever language they speak and everybody just learns Latin. The only reason I choose Latin is because people would fight over which language we learn. Like,
What's your
China
name?
would fight over Mandarin being the superior language, and of course America would be like, no, English, because white Jesus spoke English. So if you could pick Latin, nobody wins. Oh, good God.
I'm the finest words in the land.
To hell with this. I'm building the fire right here. Nope, I can't, because it's on cooldown. Thanks, Blizz. Never had this much problem with it, but I'm giving up for now. One level,
What can I get for you today?
I'll end up spending an entire gold before I get it to where I want.
Off with you.
Give this guy a good wave. Shoot. I should probably check my log. What do I need to do? I need to go kill some boars so I can get their ribs. Actually, I should pick a profession because I know that there's nodes around here. I'll just ask Twitter. Oh, Glarb. I'll ask Twitter with a good old screenshot. I think that's the command to wait. I'm just stupid. Don't ask. Don't worry about me. Now the fun part is, for some reason, I can't send tweets to Twitter from WoW, so I have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'll just drop this into paint really quick. See, my choices, I'm going to go with alchemy, blacksmithing, and inscription. Which professions should my Loremaster challenge dwarf pick? I will put this up for the next few hours, because if I pick one and change my mind, then it's no biggie. Let's go ahead and add engineering. Why not? Even though it doesn't really make any gold, I'm not in this to make gold. Oh, I guess I can't post a picture. That's fine, I'll just reply to it with one. Alchemy, engineering, blacksmithing, and inscription. All right. Anyways, I'll pick. What I will do for now is I will pick up both gathering professions, so that way, no matter what what ends up getting picked, I'll have the materials for both. All right. First, you'll train me in herbalism. Why engineering and mining?
Alrighty then.
I'm not arguing, I want a why. Ooh, I probably should have put jewel crafting on that list. Sorry, somebody asked a question about the stream. Oh, I hear stuff rolling around, which means my cat's probably running around doing stuff he shouldn't. Already got a vote for engineering. Something tells me that was somebody in this chat who I told. Engineering does have some okay stuff, but it hasn't really had anything great this expansion, it looks like. Although I guess explosives are kind of neat. World Shrinker. Could be the giant dwarf.
You have a great day now.
I will be right back. My cat has picked up something they're not allowed to have. Fun thing about having cats is they just like to get into everything. Because we just bought our cats this new toy that has like the ball inside the plastic shell, so they can't actually get it out, but they can try to get it out the whole time. And it's like we do that, and then before I even started the stream, I spent probably a good 45 minutes just playing with the cat because he's still technically a kitten. But no, as soon as I stop playing with him, he goes and like gets into the bathroom and likes to pull out the rubber drain stopper since it's not actually attached by a chain, carry it around the house, find a place to sit down and chew on it. Like, I'm pretty sure I just heard him getting it again. And you can't hide it from him because he figured out how to get into the cabinets. If it wasn't for the fact that I was likely about to move in the next, like, month, I'd be asking about putting some sort of child locks on it just to keep him from getting into our crap. Yes, well, fun times. That meme is very true that you see on the internet. I didn't want a cat, my girlfriend wanted a cat, so we compromised and got 3 cats. That's exactly what happened. Actually, I wanted 1 cat that we already had. She wanted to get another, and somehow that translated into getting a 3rd cat. Not entirely sure how that happened, but it did. Luckily, the 3rd cat is just freaking awesome. He's like that cat is my spirit animal. He just always looks sad and worried, and then he lounges around all day and does nothing. Like, and then he drools in his sleep. Like, that's me to the T. And by looking sad and worried, I don't mean he is sad and worried. He just has an expression of, which apparently is my resting face half the time. I've had a write-in vote for archaeology. Well, I'll level that too, but... Alright, I got all that. I can go ahead and turn it in since I'm already so close, except I wanted to kill this. Kill this wolf because I can. There you are, you little turd. No, you're not in trouble. Come up here. This is the cat that's the asshole. Yes, you're just a little ass, aren't you? This is Maxwell. Or Max. He's named Maxwell because it's after Maxwell House coffees, because his toes are little coffee bean, or look like little coffee beans. You purring? Yeah, you're purring. Alright, go be an asshole. Go be an asshole elsewhere. Nope. The problem with cats is, like, they're just there, like, they keep appearing. Like, since we've lived in this place, or in this place since June, and there's already been, like, 4 cats that have wandered up that we've had the opportunity to take, and, you know, my girlfriend's an extreme cat person, so it takes all of my effort to actually convince her, no, we need to take it to the shelter, because the first cat doesn't like other cats generally. Took us forever to get her acclimated to these 2, and she still doesn't get along with the one I just held up. Ugh. Oh, shoot. Gotta be reading this. I'm going to need those cracked boar ribs and a mug of Rhapsody malt, Magon. Well, guess what I've just brought you. The malt is brewed, the boars are dead. And before all is done and anything said, we'll have to fight for dibs on the savory beer-basted boar ribs. Oh, that's a nice little poem.
Be good.
Can we go ahead and learn this? Ah, good. I was worried it'd be one of those that's like, oh, you have it, but you can't learn it until cooking level 80. Too much bullcrap like that. Alright, now let's go kill us some trolls. over and get whatever that is. What do you got? Ah, more herbs. See, now he's actually playing with his toys. What's this? Oh, this is the quest if you level a gnome and you're coming out of here. You may as well pick it up for a little extra experience. Why not?
Well met.
Ciara Deepstone. I about said Clara. Or Clara. I was supposed to be bringing these casks of ale to the inn at Keranos. They contain a mysterious new ale produced in it by an upstart brewery based in Brunal village. As I was leaving town, I was attacked by a Frostmane troll raiding party. It's going to take me days to repair the wagon. I don't suppose you'd be willing to do me a favor, will you? These big kegs aren't going anywhere, but I have some smaller sample casks. Would you bring them to Keranos for me? Just follow the road to the southeast. Sure, I'll bring them your way, after I go and fight some trolls and risk smashing them all over the place. It's so tempting. It's part of the, like, I have this weird conflict with heirlooms and like the chopper and stuff, is it's made the leveling experience to a point where you naturally just want to grind through it as quickly as possible. But I feel like that's part of what makes it so unenjoyable, is it just becomes this grind where you're just like, oh, I gotta run through these dungeons or these quests. Don't even need to try and go for gear. I just need to run this dungeon on repeat over and over again. Alright. Yoink. Right in the face. Smash. I should make an add-on, if I can figure out the programming, that almost does like the old school, like 1960s Batman, where it just brings up like a wham and a pow every time I hit with a weaker attack. Or just any attack. Oh, can I handle an actual pull? See, this raises my defense. Reduces all physical damage taken. That's not helpful against a spellcaster. Oh, good. I've attracted the attention of another. Better start actually using that heal thing I have. Yep, you can loot it off their bodies. I knew it. Is that like the same model? When I throw that hammer, it looks like it's the same model for the Hammer of Khazgoroth. Might be wrong, but it looks like it. Oof. See if I can get a good look. No, it gave me about a split-second look. Killed those guys. Let's heal up really quick. I think it is, but it's just too quick to actually tell. Boy, Ultra, when you're right, you're right. Let's see how well a Frost DK survives on their own, long term without a healer, and some of the other bigger not solo fights. Light's Justice. Oh, good. I made a friend over there, too. Auto attacks are great. need to find another Strider, which it looks like I'm looking right at one. Ooh. But I'm going to go get whatever the hell that is. Copper node. Yoink. See, it's nice at least when they crit, because then it doesn't take me 2 hours to kill something. Now, I'm going to put this on the action bar right here. I did set that to Karanos, right? Yes. Boy, that would have... half expecting it to take me back to the Cold Ridge Valley. Shoot, Ultra, I can't see links that you post. I followed some Twitch setup advice and avoided allowing links. You can send it to me over BTAG, though. I'll pick it up. Because I know you're not a... Well, that's not true. I know you're an asshat, but I know you're not going to troll. Shoot. Here we go. Let's see. Bound for Karanos. Welcome, visitor. Have you come to the end to rest, or do you need a new Hearthstone? Well, these look promising. I've heard great things about the Short and Stout Brewery, but I haven't had the chance to try their ale until now. Oh, I bet I know which hammer this is. Yeah. Because I remember always noticing, it's like, why does a Paladin's hammer have like a creepy looking skull with green gems on it, like fell green gems on it? But I haven't had the chance to try their ale until now. While you're here, relax a little. If you need a spare Hearthstone or wish to make Karanos your home, just speak to me and I'll be happy to help. I'll take your tough hunk of bread, even though I don't know. Is that the same rogue I waved at earlier? Is he even taking new gear? I wonder if there's like a new type of Iron Man challenge or something with that. Okay, let's get rid of all this unnecessary food. Because at least this one can give me a buff. May as well take that. Also, Ultra, while I got you here, is the game music coming through fine? Because that's one thing I always had trouble with last time I streamed. For some reason, game music just was silent. Or game sound in general. Delbur and his men are working overtime, Captain. He has devised a means of delivering an assault team to the rear flank of the battle. Okay, thanks. We should be able to focus our efforts on the rest of the trolls to the east, but there's still the matter of Wendigos in the Grizzled Den. Wendigos always make me think of that one new game, or that newish game that came out where you're all at like a mountain retreat and the Wendigos come out and you have to like survive over. It's one of those horror survival games. Cataclysm has created chaos in Dunmorrow. The Trogs have come to the surface in numbers we haven't seen before, driving our traditional enemies, the Frostbane Trolls, ever closer to settlement. Oh yeah, I've already read all this stuff. Culling the Wendigos. The Wendigos in the Grizzled Den to the southwest of town have long been a thorn in our side. They're never quite strong enough to threaten Karanos directly, yet they prey on travelers, mountaineer patrols, and supply convoys. Yes, until dawn, that was it. Ugh, those things creep me the hell out. I'm going to be withdrawing my observers from the Grizzled Den because I need them out on the troll front. Would you help my men finish culling the Wendigo population? Without strength of numbers, they won't be able to attack us. Sure, I'll go out there and just kill these things. I keep wanting to read that. Forced to watch from afar. The Cataclysm drove the Trogs to the surface in hordes, forcing the Frostbane Trolls to flee for their lives. Unfortunately, they've decided to settle down right on our doorstep, and this makes trouble for us. I deployed Mountaineer Dunstan and a squad to the Grizzled Den southwest of town to keep an eye on the Wendigos that live there, but I need to call them Keranos. Find them, tell them to deploy those remote observation bots the gnomes provided, and then return to Keranos. There's no substitute for live observers, but I need those mountaineers here. We'll have to rely on those little gnomish observer bots for now.
Hello.
Supposed to be medieval. Oh, but you have robots and apparently television screens somewhat. You have radio, full-on communication. Alright. With the Frostmane making trouble to our east, and the Wendigos have sensed our weakness and grown bolder in the raids, only one of the 4 most recent supply wagons made it in here safely. The Wendigos made off with the rest, stashing it in the Grizzled Den, a cave southwest of town. If you're willing to go down there and recover the stolen supplies, you would have the gratitude of all the townspeople and mountaineers defending Keranos.
Safe travels.
Nope, I have a turn-in over here I missed. What do you want? Oh, you wanted the perfect stout. That's right. Do you have the shimmerweed? I almost have a batch of stout ready to brew, and I want to try throwing the weed in the mixture. I want to try throwing some weed into the mixture of this stream too. But I feel like that's against the terms of service. Great, I can't wait to use those in some of my recipes. There's one in particular I think it'll work great in.
Very good.
They should give me the option to explore that further, and he'd probably end up trying it and it'd be awful. Yeah, I had a pretty strong feeling that if they, like, because I know they don't ban, like, drinking alcohol, but, like, getting drunk on the stream will get you banned and stuff like that. I figured anything reference to what's technically illegal right now would probably also get you banned. And what's funny is I talk like that, trying to be, like, pretending to be all, like, ooh, and then I never actually, like, I smoked like 4 times in college. It was not really a huge deal. What if you're doing it from Colorado, though? Well, I guess there's a technicality where even if it's legal in Colorado, it's not legal as a whole, but because of the way the law is written, like the federal law can't really take effect. I don't remember how it technically works. May as well pull both of them. Breathe on me, asshat. Yeah, but there's a thing, or there's this thing where technically on a federal level, like nationwide, it's always supposed to be illegal. But for some reason, states can just say, no, it's legal here, and the federal law just, like, it technically could, but doesn't bother to step in and say no. Because certain laws are set that the states have to follow, but they just don't. I don't remember the technical side of it. I'm not a government expert. Okay. Nope, I didn't even get to read that. Fine. Tell the captain and I'll be back in Keranos as soon as I've verified the bot is working correctly.
What's on your mind?
Okay. Watch yourself down here, Paladin. These Wendigos are savage fighters. Captain Theron wants you to deploy the remote observation bot and withdraw to Keranos. Oh, that's it? Okay. Well, I just told you to do it twice now. God, I keep wanting to actually read that, but then something attacks me and forces me out of it.
What can I do for you?
I've seen enough of this cave for a lifetime. I can't wait to get back to Keranos. Captain Theron wants... Oh, it's the exact same thing. Wait, it's over here? What? I didn't even see this corridor. That's really, really weird if that's true. Seems like an inefficient way to handle it.
What's on your mind?
These Wendigos are an annoyance, sure, but the real fight is with the Frostmain refugees. Same thing. So-and-so wants you to do this. Marka. Oh, that's true. This is Marka. For better or worse. Probably should hold on to this shield, because when I start switching to Holy at level 10, I would imagine, or knowing my luck, I'll get an Intellect one-hander before I get a shield. Hammer smash. Bam! I really wish I had my Hearthstone again, but this character isn't in a guild. Can't put him in the pack because he's a dwarf. Can't throw him in CBH because they won't take him until he's 50, and I'm not going to ask for an exception to the rule. Well, I guess I could try and level this as prot, because I know when you're a tank, or in a tank spec, you are drastically less likely to get knocked off your mount when running through a bunch of mobs. And the only reason I thought of that is because I was just thinking about running through all of these mobs and hoping they'll get bored with me before or by the time I make it back to town. Except Silverleaf over here, gotta go for that. It's really helpful on Twitter asking them, and I got 4 votes, and it's 50-50 engineering or blacksmithing. I'll probably stick with just doing the gathering both for a little while. What I think would be kind of fun, just from my standpoint, is get to the point where since I'm going through all of the zones, I'll have enough ore and bars to be able to just actually smith or blacksmith gear if I do that, or make equipment that's relevant to what I'm questing through. rather than just like speed leveling it or speed leveling all of it at max level. Alright, talk to you.
Welcome.
Did you find the missing supplies? Well, yes I did. Well done, Magan. The mountaineers will be glad to hear that half rations are at an end. They'll need all their strength to continue fighting the Frostmanes.
See you soon.
The cataclysm. Oh, wait, I gotta keep skipping that. Culling of the Wendigos. Now that you've dealt with the Wendigos, we should be able to focus our efforts on the Frostmane trolls to the east. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for your help, Magan. Well, again, you're welcome. Our forces are deployed thinly these days, and 3 mountaineers could be the difference between defending Keranos and being overrun. Most of the mountaineers and steam tanks in Dunmorrow are battling along their Frostbane front, which is approaching us from the southeast. We can barely hold the trolls back, let alone advance into their village and take on their leader. They've blocked our path of approach with the mysterious totems that choke mountaineers who come in range, leaving the victims helpless against the enemies. This stone is inscribed with the Rune of Fire. It should be able to destroy the totems and free our mountaineers. Nope, looks like I need to sit down and replenish my 2 stamina buff. Welcome back, Ultra. Curious how much health that that 2 stamina adds. I also remember there was once a time where in order to gather earth root you had to have a level 15 herbalism. Not that that's really matters, I just remember you did. Wait. There has to be another quest, because I'm pretty sure I remember I'm also supposed to be gathering scrap from them? Yeah, there it is.
My, you're a tall one.
I should go back to Nomergon and continue researching a cure for irradiated gnomes. But I stayed behind in Keranos because the town is my home, and I wanted to help defend it from the Frostmane attacks. I've been working on maintaining and repairing the steam tanks. For some reason, Frostmane scavengers have taken a liking to gyromechanic gears. Or to the gyromechanic gears I need to complete the repairs. They're all over the Frostmane front to the southeast of town. Will you help me get those gears back? Yes. Yes, I will. I am the only hero that can do this. Probably something like that. Apparently I have a base critical strike too. Because I have no gear that gives me that, but there it is. Teach you to mess with me. I would never do well in a pacifist challenge in this game. Gather up some of this. I don't think anybody but you is going to be dead soon, buddy. What do we got here? Ah, it's just mail.
Well met.
Well, you're welcome. Couldn't just let you choke to death. Alright, a stun. Just gonna blow that up. I want the scavengers, not that. Let's drop a stun on you. Do this. Now wait 4 days for the stun to come off cooldown. Just threw gears at me. Pocket sand. Oh, I'm missing an herb right there. I don't want to leave you there just because my quest is done. Get you out of there too. Nope, you're a scout. Crap. Oh good, I've made a friend. You're gonna be stunned. Now I can kill you. I'll save you too. Then there's gonna come along someone else doing this quest, and I've gotten rid of all of them before they could ever do them. Just because I didn't want to leave a dwarf brother behind. Shoot. You guys just respond too quick. Ah, screw you guys. You guys keep getting stuck in these things and expecting me to pull you out. Good old crits. Let's get you nice stun there. Still don't have my hearth off cooldown. Do I have to? Leave me alone, Mom. God. Finally, some good news from the Frostmain front. I'll have the Mountaineers press their attack immediately. Now we must signal our gnomish allies at Steel Grill to start their advance. Huh. Guess going for the axe and the shield will increase my damage a little bit. Just a little bit, but sure.
Hi, how are you?
Those pilots can't wait to get back into their steam tanks and take to the field again. Let's not let them down. Sure thing. These gyromantic gears are perfect. These two tank pilots are well on their way to being back in the fight.
Alrighty then.
Put that on. I need to dump some garbage off at this guy. Get rid of those. I don't need any of that. Now I'm building up an abundance of crap. Just like vanilla. With your help, we've managed to push toward Frostmane retreat. Our forces will soon be in position to dwindle down the Frostmane trolls reserves, leaving their village open to attack. That's where the Nomergon Covert Ops team comes in. Their technicians have figured out a way to deploy operatives behind enemy lines without alerting the Frostmane to our presence. Head to Steel Grill's depot, just south or northeast of town, and speak with Delbert Cranktoggle. He'll tell you more about it. Alright, let's head on our way. Probably going to stream until I hit level 10, then I'll make myself holy, and then probably actually eat, because I'm a tad hungry.
Hi, how are you?
Alright. Ah, you must be the dwarf Captain Tharin said he'd be sending. I've already used a deployatron to get most of the covert ops team into position at Frostmane Retreat. They're just waiting on your arrival. The Cataclysm has brought our enemies closer to home, so the chief of Nomergon Covert Operations asked me to build a device to dispatch the personnel quickly and quietly to any corner of Dunmoreau. Behold, the ultra-safe personnel launcher. Anything that has to say in its name that it's ultra-safe probably isn't. Ultra-safe is probably about as safe as ultra. With a jolt of electricity and the benefit of a VLD parachute system, that's very late deployment for you laymen. This baby will get you from the front line or to the front line in no time. Just hop aboard and prepare for flight. Slamp Wobblecog will be waiting for you in the drop zone.
Very good.
Ultra safe, you say? I feel safe. There's the Bastion of Twilight, way over there. I'm sure this guy thought it was safe too. Or girl, woman, lady, what have you.
Can I help you?
Don't worry, the feeling of being zapped won't stay with you for more than a few minutes. All in all, it's not a bad way to get here where you're going. That parachute system needs some work, though. Very late deployment indeed. Sometimes too late. Anyways, we have a mission to carry out. When we're done here, these Frostmane will fear us more than Trogs. They'll have no choice but to leave. Eliminate the resistance. The Frostmane chieftain died in the initial Trog onslaught, but they've been led by a well-respected warrior ever since. Batok the Berserker was the one who organized the Frostmane retreat. The construction of the new village, and the strikes against Karanos the Mountaineers. If we remove Batok, the Frostmane's organization should crumble, leaving the Mountaineers free to pick off the survivors. Batok will be in the village just east of here.
Be seeing you.
Delber's technicians have been up day and night helping us prepare for the strike. Aside from building and tuning the personnel launcher, his men have prepared the covert operations air wing for a strike on the Frostmane retreat. They'll be waiting for a signal to begin their strikes. Take this flare with you and set off near the cluster of buildings at the northern end of the village, and the buildings at the southern end of the village. The flying machines will make a quick strike at each site.
Off and away. Interesting.
We need to halt the construction of the Frostmane village. If we let them get too entrenched, it will be more difficult to keep them from settling here permanently. It's time to give those brutes a gnome's eye view of the world. Take this gnomish viewpoint equalizer and use it on the Frostmane builders to bring them down to our level. They won't be able to lift their tools, and construction will come to a standstill.
Daylight's burning.
You're having me kill all these trolls, but for some reason the construction workers should be left alive and shrunk. Makes sense. Just zap you, and I'll give you a good zap. Pick some of this. Pick a fight with you. I feel like even though I'm using a shield and one-hander, Crusader Strike still has the two-handed animation. Oh, dang. Now, I saw this during the Death Knight quest, but don't they have, like, updated models for these guys, too? Because there was a Troll Berserker that had a, like, pretty new model I hadn't seen before. Ooh, shoot. Let me heal here, buddy. Thank you for your patience. I will kill you now. Wait. I still need to do the whole calling in the airstrike. Stupid trolls. So much stuff up here to pick. Well, no, not the Lobby stuff. Like the Troll Berserkers, there were some Troll Berserkers in the DK, like in the Death Knight Class All Order quest where you have to go out to Stromgarde. Oh, good. I ended up pulling 3. I might go ahead and use this and get a good defensive boost. All this for a flower? 3 trolls died so I could get a flower. I need to stop following this trail because I'll end up going on forever trying to get more herbs. Really, I just need to finish the quest.
Pleased to meet you.
Well done, Magan. That'll teach him not to mess with us and our home.
Right. Greetings.
Excellent job, Magan. Well, thank you. With Batok dead, I'll send the signal to Captain Theron. This should end the Frostmane threat.
You have a great day now.
I wonder where these bloody boots actually came from, because if they're his, I didn't pick them up. Both you and the Air Wing performed admirably. There's no way the Frostmanes will remain here now. All that remains is to begin mopping up the survivors. Captain Theron asked me to pass along his thanks for your help and congratulations on a successful mission. He and his men are clearing up the last of the trolls and tending to the wounded. He wanted me to ask you to check out reports about troll raids at Amberstill Ranch to the north. Ask Sergeant Flinthammer when you arrive.
Daylight's burning.
This troll has been randomly selected to get killed. I have a feeling that this is my man. So, you're the one who's been helping Captain Theron beat back the Frostmane trolls. It's like I've seen your name in reports. It's good to finally meet you. You might be just the paladin we need to help secure the ranch.
Safe travels. Great to meet you.
The reports I'm sending to Captain Theron can't really convey the amount of trouble the Frostmanes have created for us. Your assault on the village has started to relieve some of the pressure. The raids are still frequent, but the trolls don't have the numbers they once did. Even so, my men are tired and their morale is flagging. Would you help us keep watch for the Frostmane raiders? They could turn up at any time.
Be good.
Anyone hear something strange? Huh. Can't see them at all. Well, this is it. So much damage. God, these mountaineers are useless. This one's been fighting this troll for like 5 minutes and has barely done any damage.
What can I do for you?
With your help, we've managed to weaken the raiders considerably. They haven't suffered such loss since the raids began. Now is the time to press our advantage.
See you soon.
Put those on. Didn't even have bracers yet. Oh, where are you telling me to go? I can't buy anything from you, but I can sell crap to you.
Safe travels.
You've not had a steed until you've taken the reins of a finely bred Barak Tyrol mountain ram, my friend. Please feel free to inspect these fine companions to any adventurer. They'll serve you well, believe me. The rams we raise and train here at Amberstill Ranch have long been the mounts of choice for Dunmoreau's mountaineers. Aye, there's been a few here, but not enough to guard my family and all the animals. A few brave Frostmane raiders have taken to stealing our rams under the cover of night, taking them south into the tundred hills. Would you be willing to help return them? You'll need to go get fairly close to them and give them a sharp whistle to get their attention. Their training will take over from there.
Watch your back.
Better hope you train them well, buddy. Oh, a dwarf child, which is just a dwarf that they made smaller. I was just asking about that towards the beginning of the stream that I don't think I'd actually seen.
See you
I
soon.
didn't think I'd actually seen a dwarf child model in the game.
Great to meet you.
Rudra Amberstill. We've heard cries in the middle of the nights. Then this morning, sure enough, the herd was missing 2 rams. That dastardly beast known as Vagash, I don't know, has been preying on our livelihood. With Ironforge's troops already spread thin, there's no one to keep the Vagash at bay. Perhaps you are brave enough to seek out the beast and slay him. Bring me one of his fangs, and I will reward you. Vagash lurks above the ranch here, but be warned, he is deadly.
Watch your back.
I assumed he was deadly, otherwise you wouldn't be paying me to go take care of it. Well, found one ram, found a second one. Few good whacks. Yep, I'm stuck. Got that taken care of. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you right here, just in case I end up in a little trouble later. Oh, I lost my stamina buff a while ago, too. Better get that back. Probably wasn't the intended way to get down, but I took it. Vagash still terrorizes the herd. Please help us by killing the wretched beast. Very well done. Veron will be so happy when he hears the good news. To kill Vagash, whatever, is no easy task. I imagine one day you'll be fighting alongside King Magni's men on the Alliance front.
Keep your feet on
Yeah,
the
about
ground.
King Magni. I guess I can understand if you haven't been paying attention for about 6 years, but It's okay if you've been quiet. I don't actually, like, I don't have, I'm still trying to figure out, like, my thing with the stream, so I don't really have much to offer. So when you're playing WoW and having me off on the side, I'm glad you're watching. Makes me look good, at least, that I have at least one person watching rather than just me talking to myself. I'm gonna have to kill you. You know, I really wouldn't care about you guys if you would just leave me alone, but you have to pick the fight. You essentially sign your own death warrant. Now, you, on the other hand, I feel like they need to replace the whistle with something less flirty, especially when I'm telling Rams to go back. It's like, hey there, baby. Why don't you meet me over at the ranch? Oh, I never noticed they actually updated the old world bear models. I guess that would make sense, they just replaced all of them, but had not noticed that. Didn't think he'd let me do it. They do have a nice rack. I about typed whittle. I don't want to whittle the ram. That would hurt it. It's all dark out there and I don't trust the noises that cat's making. But I don't feel like getting up to check. What's in this building? I've seen it out here, but I've never actually been inside of it. It's probably nothing interesting. Wow, when you're right, you're right. Literally nothing interesting. Guess I can't blame them because there's a bunch of houses in the real world that have literally nothing interesting in them.
What's on your mind?
Rams on the lam. The rams you rescued made their way back to the pen. I've got members of the family on day and night watch now. Those trolls won't take us by surprise again.
See you soon.
Well, see that they don't, because I probably won't be around to help you again. Thank you for all your help here, Mogan. I have a cousin who used to work in the mines beneath Golbalar Quarry, but he hasn't been able to work since the Trogs flooded the mines and took control. The quarry and its camp are just to the southeast of the ranch. Would you be willing to check in with the foreman and see if there's anything to be done?
Keep your feet on the ground.
Sure thing, bud. some earth root. Let's see, where's the... Oh, he's up there. Hard to see the bright yellow against the white. Help for the quarry. Trogs. I swear to God, I swear the gods put them in this land only to torment me. 4 inches deeper into the mines, then 2 feet back from the trogs. Sergeant Flinthammer. I'm not familiar with the name, but there's a Flinthammer among the miners. He's one of the ones lucky enough to make it out of the mine, but most of my men are still trapped down there. Those light-blasted trogs turning my work site into a wreck. Look at that. There goes another barrel of powder. Oh, I wish I could go down there and wring every one of their scrawny little necks. I want to kill them all. This can't be good for my health. All the stress and anger. What have they left me with? Nothing! I'd kill them myself, but my aim's no good anymore. You go down into the quarry and kill some of the filthy trogs. I'll pay you. Just hurt them. Kill them.
Safe travels.
Or don't just hurt them. Kill them.
What can I do for you?
Senator Mayor Stonehollow. As a member of the Senate and the Explorers League, I've taken it upon myself to investigate the conditions at the quarry. The trogs have run wild. They've made a mess of the Golbalar quarry. As we dug deep into the earth, they poured out, destroying the equipment and trapping many of the miners below ground. We have to get them out of there. I've had mages working overtime to enchant these runes of return. If you get them to the trapped miners, they can return to the surface instantly.
Watch your back.
Seems like if you're going down into a mine, that would be a good thing to give a person in advance, because the mine could also collapse and you get stuck down there. Mining wasn't the only thing going on in the quarry, you know. I led a team of Explorers League excavators recovering priceless ancient artifacts. I managed to escape, but my colleagues were much deeper in the mine, didn't survive the initial Trog attack. They took great pride in their work, and they risked their lives to learn more of our history. If you're going into the mines, take this pick with you and see if you can find anything in the digs the prospectors started.
See you soon.
All right. I remember during the Legion invasions, the only time I'd come out here was because there was a giant Doom Lord, I think? Yeah. Just hanging out here. That was some insane leveling time back then, too. Holy crap, 1 to 100 in probably about 5 hours. Less than that, actually. Because people were just leveling like multiple tunes doing that. Get some of that frozen artifact. Smash, rip, kill. Get a little extra defense there, even though I should probably get in the habit of saving that for when there's a rogue with bleeds. Because I do plan on doing some PvP as well. Oh, no, you don't. Dear Blizz, screw knockbacks. Sincerely, everyone.
What's on your mind?
So many drugs. Oh, I'm out of bag space too. I didn't even notice that. That's gonna be a problem.
Talk to me.
Yep, there we go. My first BOE piece, and I gotta throw something away for it.
How are you?
Aren't you still affected by knockbacks when you don't have Pillar of Frost up, though? Just saying.
Great to meet you. Here there.
Yeah.
Hi.
Can I sneak past this guy because he's sleeping? Why am I whispering? He can't hear me. Well, I didn't sneak past that guy, though. Well, he's hogging all the miners. I have to keep going deeper. Stupid gnomes. Now, how's a good, honest dwarf supposed to get or get credit for these quests if he's hogging it all? There we go. He left. There it is.
Talk to me.
Now then, just 'cause. Let's see, what do I got? That, you need to go back there. Let's see, I get Holy Shock. That does quite a bit of damage for my level. I know it's supposed to be primarily for heals, but
Interest you on a pint?
oh, there is a note in here. That's not terrible damage. Probably be even better when I start getting some intellect. That's a stupid and obvious thing to say. Of course it'll be better when I get intellect. Did I take a wrong turn here? I think I did. This looks more like the way. Well, I guess if I wanted to get that note, I probably should have gone the way I was going, but no. Uh-oh. it would appear that we have us a demon hunter out here, or a blood elf demon hunter. Oop, oop. Actually, while I'm remembering that, probably need to move that to where I want it to be. And I don't have that griffin. Well, I do, but I don't have him available. Ah, here's a skull thumper. Just need about one more of you. No, not a bone snapper, a skull thumper. Just run right on through. Oh, but I'm gonna want this because I'm a user like that. Everybody wants to pick a fight. Don't need that. Sounds like one of my cats is in need of some attention. Desperately. Alright, I am going to turn in these quests and then log out.
How are
So, what relief. I'm glad to see that you're able to save so many miners, Magon. I will make sure that their families are notified immediately. The Senate will know of your role in winning back the mines.
ya? Off with you.
A nice stamina belt there.
How are
You, on the other hand, you can buy my crap, making some more room.
Be good. What's on your mind?
Well, that makes me feel a little better, but I won't be happy until they're all dead. All of them!
Watch your back.
He reminds me a lot of the Quillbore guy in the Orc starting zone, or in Durotar. I guess it's technically outside the starting zone.
You got my attention.
Were you able to find any artifacts down there? Yes, I was. Thank you for recovering the artifacts. I will see to it that they are displayed in the Ironforge Museum along with the history of those who died to recover them. Oh, good, another bag. Oh, good, strength, because I need strength as a holy. Still better. Alright. I'm not going to bother picking up that quest. So, thanks, Ultra, for being my one viewer on the first stream. I know a few people poked in because I saw at one point I had 5 people watching, but... so I will be trying to stream most days, working my way to 100, kind of recap at the beginning. I will be stopping my experience at every 10 levels, starting at level 20, and finishing every leveling zone that's available in both Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms up to then, and continuing on. So hopefully by the time this character reaches 110, he will be, or I will have the Loremaster achievement, and I will have had made a hopefully entertaining stream by the time it's all over. So, thanks for watching, and I will see everybody next time.